evening. Take off my glasses. I don't really need them. I just for seeing. Anyway, happy birthday, Andy! We're all here to celebrate your birthday, and finally turning 40. Now we're the same age. What? What's so funny? I did turn 40. I just didn't say when I turned 40, okay? No, but happy birthday. It's great. And most of you don't know, and I think you'll be a little envious, Andy and I grew up together in the great state of Minnesota.
No, he's from Michigan.
Michigan? Yeah! Michigan. Went all through grade school together at Michigan Elementary. Those were good days, huh? And then went to the same college, right? University of Michigan. Michigan State, yeah! Go team, yeah! Yeah, those were good days, fond memories. Okay, no, I did not grow up with Andy. I didn't grow up in Michigan. I don't even know where Michigan is. Okay? I'm sure it's very nice. No, I'm from New York. I know it's hard to tell from my Midwestern accent. But I actually grew up in Queens, and right after college, I wanted to move into the city. You know, I was going to be an actress, needed to be there. And my best friend and I found the ideal penthouse apartment in Midtown Manhattan. Okay, you might look at it as a 5-floor walk-up in a tenement building in Hell's Kitchen, but that was our apartment. Hey, we did have a doorman. His name was Gene. Okay, you might look at Gene as homeless vagrant who likes to be on our stoop. But hey, he protected our building, okay? Nobody came near that building, probably because nobody could stand the stench. But I mean, I loved that apartment. I lived there for almost 17 years before I moved down here and got married. And you know, it's amazing what's acceptable in your early 20s, right? I mean, I'd come down all those stairs in the morning and I'd say, oh, I forgot my beret. So I'd run back the 5 flights of stairs, get a beret that I wanted to wear, then go back down and go to work, you know? By year 17, I could have left a small child up. Oh, damn. I forgot the baby again. Oh, she'll be all right. She can almost reach the fridge where the milk is, and I've got neighbors who work from their apartment. They'll hear her screams. I gotta stop sweating that small stuff. No, but when I moved down here and got married, my husband, who's also originally from New York, was living in Southern Maryland. So I moved from Manhattan to Waldorf, Maryland. Oh, you're familiar with it, okay? So I don't have to give you directions like you take 301 until it ends into a crater. Yeah, that's Waldorf, okay? And when I first got there, I thought, oh my God, what have I done? I mean, I gotta be honest with you, I was ready to pack up my bags and move back to Michigan. But you know, I was only there for a little while, and I realized it was a good thing that I moved there, because I was so in love, I was newly married, and I figured if the world ended by flood again, and they needed 2 of everything for the ark, I didn't want my husband to be the only Jew. So it was a good thing, you know? But another thing about living in Waldorf, I mean, you had to drive. I never drove in New York. I mean, or here's a short play I wrote about me driving in Manhattan, okay? You ready? Okay. Taxi. Thank you. I wrote that myself. I didn't even have time to rehearse. No, but I never drove in Manhattan. And I mean, first of all, I hate to drive, okay? I'm not very good. And I noticed that people get really pissy when you ask for directions on the Beltway. Excuse me? Sir? No, but we moved to Rockville, which was great. But you still have to drive in Rockville. But I'm glad we're there because that's where we met Andy and Melissa. And all of you, and we all live in the same community, and our kids are in the same school, and we go to the same pool. It's all part of Flower Valley. Who came up with that name? It sounds like a rehab center for white-collar junkies or something. Or a nursing home for people with dementia or Alzheimer's. Joan London should do a commercial for this. When we started to worry about Mom living on her own, we called Flower Valley. Yeah, but no, it's great, because school events and at the pool, and he's always so happy and positive. That's the one thing that pisses me off. You're always so freaking happy. Why are you so happy? You have kids. I have kids. I have a kid. I'm never that happy. I always feel like I have that look on my face like, God, I need a drink. I remember Andy was telling me about a retreat that he went on with his daughter a couple of years ago, and he was so happy in the bonding and the togetherness. And I'm thinking, I must suck as a parent. I'm looking for a retreat without my kid. Oh yeah, they call it a vacation. Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. I love my daughter. I mean, really, she's the best thing that ever happened to us, yada, yada, yada. She's great, you know. And, well, part of it is, you know, look, I'm a late bloomer, okay? I'm an older mom. I'm a late bloomer. I married late. I mean, this was the thing. I was going to marry in my early 20s, my real early 20s. The only glitch was nobody asked me. So when I met my husband and he said, hey, will you marry me? I'm like, hell yeah. And he said, okay, but I live in Waldorf, Maryland. Who cares? I'm there. 2 Jews, you. No, I am an older mom, and that does have certain perks, okay? Because I'm a multitasker, you know? Always have been. So when I used to pick my daughter up from preschool, I used to stop and get my Social Security check on the way home. Keep the rhythm going, you know? But being an older mom, I mean, you know, going through menopause, that could be trying with a little one, you know? Because you're dealing with the tantrums and the screaming and the crying, and then my daughter would act up, you know? So it was tough, but no, and we went through a lot. Okay, my daughter is adopted from Guatemala. It's amazing, you know? I spent my whole adult life trying not to get pregnant. And when I'm ready, it's like, what do you mean you're not working? But it was great. You know, we went to Guatemala. The first 18 months, the paperwork alone was astounding. My husband and I used to look at each other like, do we get a baby after this? Or do we just get a commendation from the State Department for good organizational skills, you know, with paper? But we finally, we went to Guatemala. It was a wonderful experience. And, you know, you meet people from all over the country who are there for the same reason. You just want to take a child home to love and nurture, you know, and that's really the end game. And it was great. We brought our daughter home, and it was wonderful. And then she started to talk. And then she got a little older, and she started to talk back. And I got to tell you, I was a wise ass growing up, okay? Surprise! But my daughter rings around what I used to do. And she's a great negotiator, you know. We're thinking of renting her out to the CIA for like Mideast operations, you know. I clean my room. I think somebody needs to say thank you. Thank you, and to who? What? For not getting your room condemned by the Board of Health? What do I get if I finish my homework? The pleasure of entering 4th grade and not having to do 3rd grade again. Unbelievable. And you know, I can deal with, like, kids get mad and they say mean things and everything, okay? I can deal with, you're a meanie, Mommy, I hate you, I wish you weren't my mommy. I can really deal with that because it's like, what? You're a kid, you know, you don't even know how to talk. No, my daughter goes for the jugular, okay? I say, okay, it's time to get ready for bed. I turn off the TV. Let's go get upstairs, get washed, brush your teeth. That's just rude, Mommy. What? That's just rude. You're so rude. That's why nobody likes you. Now she's attacking my person. I'm on the phone with my family. Am I rude? Do you like me? The best was, a few nights ago, she's crying in bed. I walk into her room. I said, what is wrong? I mean, this girl has the absolute life. She's like, I just don't feel appreciated by you guys lately. I said, you want to feel appreciated? Skip KAH, get a job